recite aloud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I extend my condolences to all Mu'min and Mu'minat on the martyrdom of second Imam, Imam Hasan Mushtaba alayhi salatu wassalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. And we all know that Imam Hasan Mushtaba, he is from the most pious and infallible and sacred lineage. And when we talk about the lineage of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned the lineage of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad in Quran al-Karim. I want to give the reference Surah Ibrahim. If you look at Surah Ibrahim, verse number 24, Alam tara kayfa daraballahu masalan kalimatan tayyibatan kashajaratin tayyibah asluha sabitun wa far'uha fis sama. In this verse, when we look at the word shajarat tayyibah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned this word as an example, represent the sacred and infallible lineage of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad, including our second Imam, Imam Hasan Mushtaba alayhi salatu wassalam. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given an example that shajarat tayyibah, if you want to understand the sanctity of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, if you want to understand the infallibility of and decency of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, you have to look Kalamay Tayyibah. Kalamay Tayyibah is an example for Shajarat Tayyibah. Asluha sabitun wa far'uha fis sama. So this word within this ayah, this word Shajarat Tayyibah represent the infallible lineage of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. And also the house which Imam Hasan was born in, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned those houses in Quran. Those houses has been praised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran. I want to give the reference of Surah Nur, verse number 36. Fi buyutin azina Allahu an turfa wa yuskara fiha ismuhu yusabbihu lahu fiha bil ghuduwi wal asal. Surah Nur, verse number 36. The Nur of Allah, you find Nur of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in those houses. And Allah has allowed those houses to be elevated and to be raised high. Allah has allowed to be exalted and elevated those houses. Allah ordered that those houses should be raised high. What are those houses? When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam recited that verse for the first time, fi buyutin azina Allahu an turfa wa yuskara fi ismuhu, one of the companion of Prophet stood up and said, what are these houses, Ya Rasulullah, that Allah has mentioned in this ayah? So at least we thank to that companion of Rasulullah that he asked this question and we get an answer from Rasulullah. So when he said that, what are these houses that Allah has mentioned in this surah? Prophet replied, Buyutul Anbiya. These are the houses of prophets. Another companion and very prominent companion of Rasulullah stood up and said, is the house of Ali and Fatima included in that list? You know how they asked the question. So at least we thank to that companion of Prophet that he asked this question, and we will get a chance to get answer of this question. He asked that, is house of Ali and Fatima included in that list? So Rasulullah said, nah, yes, house of Ali and Fatima is included in that list. And not only that, house of Ali and Fatima among the highest and most precious of those houses. House of Ali and Fatima. And you know that when we talk about the house of Ali and Fatima, you found term Bayt Fatima, not Bayt Ali. This is very important. You have to look in it in history and books. That you find term Bayt Fatima. So there's a story behind it. No, we don't say Bayt Ali, we say Bayt Fatima, because this word Bayt Fatima refers the sanctity and infallibility behind this word. And how we understand this sanctity and infallibility and decency of this word Bayt Fatima, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in Surah Nur, that Allah has allowed to be exalted and elevated those houses. Allah ordained that those houses should be raised high. And Imam Hasan Mujtaba was born in that house. So from the beginning, we have to understand this thing, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has praised that house Imam Hasan Mujtaba was born in. Recite aloud salawat inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala. So if we look at the name of Imam Hasan alayhi salam, so Hasan is derived from the word husn, beauty. And you know that names of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam themselves are their title and complements. When you look at the name Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the name Muhammad is derived from Allah's name, that is Mahmud. When you look at Fatima, Fatima is derived from Allah's name, Fatirus Samawati wal Ard, creator and originator of the heavens and earth. When you look at the name Hussein, so Hussein is derived from the word Qadimul Ihsan, the doer of good, the doer of decency. And when you look at the word, at the name Ali, Ali is derived from Aliyul Ala, the most highest, the most precious, Aliyul Ala. And when you look at the name Hasan, Hasan is derived from Allah's name Mohsin. So Mohsin is from generosity. Mohsin is from Ihsan. So this is the importance of the name of Imam Hasan alayhi salam, that his name refers to his generosity. His name refers to his A'datil Ihsan. So Hasan does not only refers to the beauty of his face. Word Hasan refers to his high morality. The word Hasan refers to his ethical value. The word Hasan refers to his husn akhlaq, and both khulqan wa khalqan. So when we look at the name Hasan, Hasan refers to Mohsin. Mohsin means generosity. It refers to Allah's name, that is Mohsin, that is Ihsan. So you know that when a man comes from Sham, and when he saw that a gentleman, a man is coming, and Noor is coming from his face, he asked that, who is this man? And he visited Medina, and he asked from the people of Medina that, who is this man? So they replied that he is son of Ali bin Abi Talib, he is Hasan-e-Mushtaba. So that person is from Sham. So he said that is the same Ali is being cursed in Syria. You know, this is the Mazlumi of Ali bin Abi Talib. That I told yesterday in Farsi Majlis that we recite in Ziyarah of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Anta awwala mazlum. Why we say in Ziyarah, Anta awwala mazlum? The reason is that person came from Sham to Medina, and when they knew that this man is son of Ali bin Abi Talib, so he said that the same Ali is being cursed in Sham. So when he come towards Imam Hasan alayhi salam, so he said that curse upon you and also upon your father Ali. So see how Imam Hasan alayhi salam responds to this man from Sham. When he said that, so Imam Hasan didn't give response to him. Again he said, are you listening? I am telling to you and your father. Then Imam Hasan replied to him that it looks you are not from this city, you are a stranger, you are musafir, you are a traveler. If you need shelter, I can provide shelter for you. So this is the akhlaq of Hasan al-Mushtaba. So this man is cursing him and his father, and Imam Hasan replied in that ethical way. This is the point of dars, respected brothers and sisters. From here we understand the morality, the high moral grounds of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. This lesson we must take from Ahlul Bayt, that how they interact with people with morality, how they interact with people with ethical moral grounds. Imam Hasan replied to him that it looks you are a stranger, you are a traveler. If you need food, let's go with me. I can provide food for you. If you need clothes, I will give my clothes to you. If you need ride, I can give my ride to you. And Imam Hasan started talking with this man like a friend. And when he saw this character and this high morality of Imam Hasan alayhi salam, his mind had changed. That what I listened in Sham regarding Ali and his sons, and the reality is entirely different. When he saw the akhlaq of Hasan-e-Mushtaba, he said that when I came to Medina, I might have the biggest enemy of you, but as I am leaving from Medina, there won't be a lover of you Salli ala Muhammad. So, there is a lesson that if you want to change someone, if you want to change someone's mind, how we can change it? We can change it if we show our akhlaq. You can change someone's mind if you deal with people with akhlaq hasana, with good character, with decent behavior. You can change someone. This is the lesson of Imam Hasan Mushtaba. And you know that the title of Imam Hasan is Kareem Ahle Bayt. You know this word, Kareem Ahle Bayt? The generous one. Our 14 infallible Imams, they are generous. But the title of Imam Hasan alayhi salam is Kareem Ahle Bayt, the generous one. If you see in Nahjul Balagha, Maula Ali bin Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam said that people are 4 types. You can find 4 types of people. Either they are sakhi, either they are bakhil, stingy, either they are la'een, or either they are kareem. You know, Ali bin Abi Talib is saying that there are 4 types of people. And on the second level, Maula Ali alayhi salam explained that who is sakhi and who is la'een. So sakhi, for example, if you see an individual who has extra and he gives to others, this person is called sakhi. That he has extra and that individual gives to others. So this person is called sakhi. On the second level, Imam Ali said that either they are bakhil, stingy. Bakhil means that he has extra and he doesn't give to others. This person is called bakhil. And the third one is la'im. You know what is la'im? La'im, if you find an individual that he doesn't care, he has food or not, he doesn't care, he has extra money or not, he doesn't care, he has his basic expenses or not. He always thinking to prevent others from it. You understand? This person is called la'im. He doesn't care that he has money or not. Who cares? I have this thing or not. Who cares? Always thinking about others, always thinking to prevent others from that ni'mat Ilahi. This person is called la'im. And the fourth one, Imam Ali said that the fourth one is kareem. Who is kareem? That if you find an individual, if you see an individual that someone doesn't care that he has extra or not, doesn't care that he has food or not, that individual always thinking to give others, that person always thinking to help others. This person is called kareem. And Imam Hasan Mushtaba, the title of Imam Hasan Mushtaba is Kareem Ahle Bayt. And you know that the Sufra and the Starkhan of Imam al-Hasan was open for 24 hours for everyone. This is the generosity of Imam Hasan Mushtaba. So on the first level, we understand the name and the meaning of the name of Imam Hasan. And on the second level, we have to look at the titles of Imam Hasan. That one of his most famous title is Kareem Ahle Bayt. We have 2 examples in his life when Imam Hasan alayhi salam has given all of his belongings and all of his money to others. And he started once again from zero. We have two instances and two examples in his life. That he gave away everything to others. And he started again from zero. So Muawiyah wrote a letter to Imam Hasan, and he wrote, Ya Hasan, la khair fil israf. There is no good in extravagance. La khair fil israf. Muawiyah wrote this letter to Imam Hasan alayhi salam. He sent this letter to Hasan, and he wrote just the one sentence. La khair fil israf. There is no good in extravagance. Imam Ali alayhi salam just changed the placement of word. And he replied, Ya Muawiyah, la israfa fil khair. There is no extravagance in good doing. There is no extravagance in generosity. You see how we can understand the difference of mentality of Muawiyah and Ali alayhi salam. But the mainstream Muslims, they want to listen from the oppressors of Banu Umayyah and the left Ahlul Bayt. And this is the main reason of the ignorance of Muslims today. And you know that in Quran, if you see Surah Kahf, Surah number 18, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Musa, go to Khizr and get ilm from him. We have a number of verses in Surah Kahf, Surah number 18. That go to Khizr, and Khizr is not written in Quran. This is very important. فَوَجَدَ عَبْدًا مِّنْ عِبَادِنَا آتَيْنَاهُ مِن لَدُنَّا عِلْمًا. فَوَجَدَ عَبْدًا مِّنْ عِبَادِنَا. Abdan, he was a common man. He was not a prophet. He was not a Rasul. He was not Nabi. He was just a random guy. فَوَجَدَ عَبْدًا مِّنْ عِبَادِنَا. But Allah has granted divine knowledge to him. مِن لَدُنَّا عِلْمًا. عِلْمَ لَدُنِّي. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Musa that go to that individual and get knowledge from him. When Musa came towards that individual, how he reacted, how he replied, كَيْفَ تَصْبِرُ عَلَى مَا لَمْ تُحِطْ بِهِ خُبْرًا. You cannot bear that knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to me. You don't have patience to bear that knowledge, that what I have. The knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to me, He's telling to Musa. He's talking to Musa Kalimullah. And he was an ordinary man. فَوَجَدَ عَبْدًا مِّنْ عِبَادِنَا. One of the servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see? It's a miracle of Quran that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained the importance of divine knowledge. That it's Allah authority to whoever He gives the divine knowledge. And that person is not prophet, he was not Nabi, he was not Rasul. He was just only a random person. But he has divine knowledge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted him knowledge. And rahmah min Allah. He has blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when he said to Musa that you can't bear that knowledge. You don't have patience to bear that knowledge that I have. So what we learn on the first level from this lesson, respected brothers and sisters, we have to reflect on the verses of Quran. Quran needs reflection. Quran needs pondering on. What is the lesson of those verses? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can give knowledge to that person who is not a prophet, who is not Nabi, who is not Rasul. But he's telling to Musa that you can't bear that knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to me. So why people don't understand this thing, that it is possible that Allah gives knowledge to someone who is not Nabi, who is not Prophet, who is not Rasul. But on that situation, he knows more than Musa alayhi salam, and he's saying that you can't bear that knowledge that Allah has given to me. كيف تصبر على ما لم تحط به خبرا. You don't have patience to bear that knowledge. If that individual is superior in knowledge in that certain situation from Musa, that what's the issue if we say that Ilm Ali bin Abi Talib is superior than Adam and Isa and Musa, all the prophets? We have to reflect on Quran, respected brothers and sisters. Quran is not only for recitation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed Quran for reflection. أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ. Why you don't reflect on the verses of Quran? Why you don't ponder over the verses of Quran? So this man, we found in Tafasir that he was Khizr. We found in Tafasir. Quran doesn't mention name of Khizr. Quran only says that he was the servant of Allah. He was Abd Khuda. When we get from those verses that Khizr was Musa's teacher, Musa learned from him in 3 situations. And we have those verses in Quran. That when Musa said to Khizr that why you kill this innocent person? He replied, I told you, you can't bear that knowledge what I have. And you know about those verses. That why you defected the ark, the ship. So again, Khizr replied that you can't bear in what Allah has given to me. So if that person is superior than Musa, and if we say Ali bin Abi Talib is superior in knowledge from Adam or Musa or Isa or Ibrahim, what's the problem in it? Ali is Nafsi Rasul, Ali is the soul of Rasulullah. According to I am Mubahila, it's Nass Quran, no one can deny it. Whatever Shia or Sunni, no one can deny it. Quran has mentioned in I am Mubahila, I told you 2-3 times that remember this word. You have to memorize this word. I am Mubahila is one of the most important verses of Quran that explain and prove the infallibility and sanctity and superiority of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. Habibi anfusana wa anfusakum. Ali is the soul of Rasulullah. If that person that Quran says that only in that particular situation Allah has given knowledge to that individual and he is teaching to Musa. He's teaching to Musa. He's Musa's alayhi salam teacher. And his knowledge was on that high, you can say that, on that status that Musa, he said that, is it possible that, can I learn from you something? If you see the verses of Quran, Musa said to him, can I learn something to you? Do you permit me that I come towards you and I learn something from you? What is going on? Musa, you are Kalimullah, you are Nabi, you are Prophet. You talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the mountain of Tur and you're telling to this individual that is it possible? Can I learn something from you? Ya Allah. And when we say Ali is superior than Adam, oh, wow, Allah. Because they don't want to reflect the verses of Quran. And one day, an elder man came to Rasulullah, and no one saw him before in Medina. So he asked Prophet, he asked Rasulullah that I have some questions. I need answers of those questions. Hasan and Mushtaba was only 4 or 5 years old. Rasulullah directed him towards Imam Hasan, that he is my son, he will answer your questions. And he comes near Imam Hasan alayhi salam and he started talking to him, and he was asking questions from Imam Hasan and Mushtaba. And when he was going, so if Rasulullah asked from him, are you satisfied from the answers? Is my son satisfied you? You got your answers as per you want? He said that, oh, I am satisfied. I got exact answers which I should get from you. When he left, oh, Sahaba and the companions of Rasulullah asked from Holy Prophet, who was this elder man? We never saw him. Who is he? Imam Rasulullah said that he is Khizr alayhi salam. He usually comes to me for his questions and inquiries. You see the difference between past prophets and our infallible imams. So Quran has mentioned that Khizr is the teacher of Musa alayhi salam, and Rasulullah explained that my 5 years old grandson Hasan is the teacher of Khizr alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala. So from here we understand the ilm and the status of the knowledge of Hasan and Mushtaba. That's why imamat, it's not like the government or like you can say that just like the governor of the city, of the mayor of the city, that he can give to anyone. Imamat is Fazail Nafsi. And Fazail Nafsi can't give to anyone. Divine virtues, divine attributes can't give to anyone. So how Hasan and Mushtaba can hand it over imamat to Muawiyah? Imamat is Fazail Nafsi, Imamat is Ahd Ilahi. La yanalu ahd zalimeen. Ahdi, Allah is saying in Quran, Surah Baqarah to Ibrahim. Imamat is my promise, Imamat is my ahd. When Imamat is Ahd Ilahi, when Imamat is divine, how Imam Hasan can give Imamat to Muawiyah? That's why from here we understand that what is the difference between peace treaty and pledge of allegiance? Al-farq bayna al-arzu sama, between the sky and earth. We have to understand that what's the difference between bay'ah and sulh, pledge of allegiance and peace treaty. And if today people ask that what is the reason of Siffin, why they fought each other, what's the reason? So we have to look the first line of the peace treaty of Imam Hasan and Mujtaba, that from today you have to obey Quran and Sunnah. It means that the reason of battle between Ali and Muawiyah, battle between Hassan and Muawiyah, was Quran and Sunnati Rasulullah. And Quran and Sunnati Rasulullah, Sunnati Rasul is the same as Sunnati Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. That's why when at the time of third Khilafat, when there was niza and fight for the third caliphate, what said Imam Ali said, why you like mentioning sunnah of khulafa besides the sunnah of Rasulullah? Why you divided in two parts? Because sunnah of khulafa Rashideen must be the same as the sunnah of Rasulullah. So they also knew that there's a difference between the sunnah of Rasulullah and the sunnah of khulafa. And this Imam Hasan mentioned in his peace treaty, that Muawiyah should obey rules of Quran and Sunnah. And this was the main reason that Imam Hasan and Mujtaba mentioned in the peace treaty. And he revealed and unfolded the reality of Banu Umayyah. And he expressed the reality of Ahlul Bayt, that what is our opinion? Ahlul Bayt only they want to supersede the wilayat of Rasulullah. They only want to supersede, they only want to establish the rule of Quran and Sunnah. That was the motive of Imam Hasan from the peace treaty he made with Muawiyah. So here we understand the generosity of Imam Hasan, the knowledge of Imam Hasan, ilm of Imam Hasan. And when you see the letters of Imam Hasan and letters of Imam Ali, when Imam Ali replied one of the letters of Muawiyah, and you can find this letter in Nahjul Balagha, Imam Hasan introduced himself in this letter. Imam Hasan introduced himself. Oh Muawiyah, you don't know who I am? I am son of Hasan Mujtaba. I am father of Hasan Mujtaba. You know, at that time, how Muawiyah knows about the knowledge and status of Imam Hasan. That Mawla Ali alayhi salam in his sermon, he introduced himself that I am Ana Abul Hasan. I'm a father of Hasan Mujtaba. You don't know? So, last not the least, that we have to understand the real status of Ahlul Bayt. Then we can understand infallibility and sanctity and decency and morality and ethical character, and everything is under the umbrella of infallibility. Isma of Masum. Ismatil Imam is the main criteria. And when we talk about the musibah of Imam Hasan, so the musibah of Imam Hasan is not less than the musibah of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. He faced, every Imam faced difficulties outside the house, and he faced difficulties inside the house. This is the Mazlumi of Imam Hasan alayhi salam. And when he recited Musibah of Imam Hasan, and he saw in his dream that Imam Hasan said to him, why you didn't recite my greatest Musibah? Here we understand the Mazlumiyat of Imam Hasan. In his dream, Imam Hasan said that, why you didn't recite my greatest Musibah? That reciter replied in his dream to Imam Hasan, Imam, I recited as per the narrations we have. I have recited the exact Musibah which I saw in the riwayat and narrations from my Ahl-Bayt. Imam Hasan said that you haven't recited my greatest Musibah. He said that I told to your mourners that you was poisoned by your wife. Imam Hasan that wasn't my greatest Musibah. You didn't recite my greatest Musibah. He said that I told to your azadar, I told to your mourners that when Joda mixed poison in the food, and when you ate that food right away, you started vomiting and your pieces of liver was coming out. Imam Hasan said that was not my greatest musibah. When he said all the masa'ib he recited that night, and Imam Hasan was keep saying to him that it was not my greatest musibah. Now he asked from Imam Hasan that, Imam, tell me, what was your greatest musibah? What should I recite? Tell me your greatest musibah, what is? Imam said that if you want to listen my greatest musibah, tell to my mourners, tell to my azadar. My greatest musibah was that when in Medina there was a house, there was a door, and I watched that musibah when they came and they burned the door of that house, and I watched that my mother Fatima Zahra was standing there, and she was between the wall and the door, and they burned that door, and my brother Mohsen was killed at the time. They killed my brother, and I watched that my mother was between the wall and the door. That is my greatest musibah, my mourners, that I saw my mother in this situation. That after that my mother would say, Subbat alayya al-masaib, la'annaha subbat alayya, sirna layaliya. And after, when he got poisoned, and after that he started vomiting, and the pieces of liver were coming out. So he said to Imam Hussein alayhi salam, bring a bowl for me. And he hid the bowl because Zainab and Kulsum were coming inside the room. How Zainab can see this situation? When Imam Hasan saw his brother, he started crying, he started girya. Imam Hasan said that, Hussein, you are crying for me. I want to cry for your musibah. Your musibah is the biggest musibah among Ahlul Bayt. And he said the famous line, Ya Hussein, La yawma ka yawmika ya Aba Abdullah. Madaris wa ayatin khalat min tilawatin wa manzilu bayyin mughfirul arasati. فاطمة لو خلت الحسين مجدلا قد مات عطشانا بشد الفرات. Recite Surah Al-Fatiha for all marhumin mu'mineen and mu'minat, for all your diseased marhumin, ma'as salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahus samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahus samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahus samad. لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وسيعلم الذين ظلموا على محمد أيام منقلب ينقلبون. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
Hussein, Ya 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 Hussein. عابد بیمار کی آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں. عابد بیمار کی آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں. عابد بیمار کی آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں. عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں. جس کو زینب کے لیے، جس کو زینب کے لیے پردہ کہیں ملتا نہیں. عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں. عابد بیمار کی آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں. جس کو زینب کے لیے، جس کو زینب کے لیے پردہ کہیں ملتا نہیں. عابد بیمار کی آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں. عابد بیمار کی آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں. دیکھو نا میرا تماشا، رو کے عابد نے کہا، ساتھ میرے آئی ہے ہو کے وہ قیدی بے ردا. ننگے سر جس کو کبھی، ننگے سر جس کو کبھی بابا نے بھی دیکھا نہیں. عابد بیمار کی آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں. عابد بیمار کی آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں. دیکھو نا میرا تماشا، رو کے عابد نے کہا، ساتھ میرے آئی ہے ہو کے وہ قیدی بے ردا. ننگے سر جس کو کبھی، ننگے سر جس کو کبھی بابا نے بھی دیکھا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں۔ کیسے سہمی ہے سکینہ خون کانوں سے رواں، پوچھتی دکھلا کے عابد کو تماچوں کے نشان، کب وطن میں جائیں گے، کب وطن میں جائیں گے، کوئی یہاں اپنا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں، عابد بیمار کی آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں۔ ضد نہ کرنا تم سکینہ سفر میں زینب کے ساتھ، پہلو میں سو جانا بیٹی جب بھی ہو جائے گی رات، لوٹ کر آئے گا اب، لوٹ کر آئے گا اب، بیٹی تیرا بابا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں۔ سامنے عابد کے بن میں لٹ گیا زہرا کا گھر، کس طرح زینب کو دیکھا شام میں وہ ننگے سر، ہائے کائنات میں، ہائے کائنات میں صابر کوئی ایسا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں۔ جس کو زینب کے لیے، جس کو زینب کے لیے پردہ کہیں ملتا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں۔ رات بھی ہو جائے گی جب ہائے دشت کربلا، اس کا جھولا جل گیا ہے پانی اس کو نہ ملا، کس طرح سو جاؤں میں، کس طرح سو جاؤں میں، اصغر میرا سویا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں، عابد بیمار کے آنکھوں سے خون رکتا نہیں۔ اللہم صلی اللہ۔ متوجہ زیادہ۔ السلام علی رسول اللہ حبیب اللہ خیرتہ من خلقہ خاتم الانبیاء والمرسلین ابی القاسم محمد المصطفیٰ ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ۔ السلام علی امیر المؤمنین ووسیع رسول رب العالمین ابی الحسن علی ابن ابی طالب ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ۔ السلام علی فاطمۃ الزہراء البتول سیدۃ نساء العالمین ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ۔ السلام على سبط الرحمة وإمام الهدى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي هلت بفنائك. عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بكيت وبكي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين، خصوصا سيدي يا مولا بالفضل عباس وأختك زينب جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام على أئمة المسلمين وحجج الله على خلقه علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا مولاي يا صاحب الزمان. السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن. السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن. السلام عليك يا مظهر الإيمان. السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان. أجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل مخرجك وجعلنا من أنصارك وأعوانك والمستشهدين بين يديك في جملة أوليائك ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. صلوات.